Hello everyone and welcome to our video. This one will be a little longer than previous videos because we are talking about a more complex process, and that is the process of setting up your grades center. So we're in our course right now, Management 421. We're going to the grades center. Once we click on grades, it takes us to our start page. Notice that there are 4 headings under grades in the start page. Notice also that one of the headings is in black bold print. That one is in black print because I set it as a default, and I'll show you in a moment over here in settings how we set our defaults. I could have also picked enter grades as my default setting, and this is the feature where you actually enter in student grades. And we'll come back to this in a later video. For now, let's go back to Manage Grades where we'll spend our time today. Notice what you've got in front of you on the far left, various items that will be graded. We have categories in capital letters. For instance, quiz grades. We have a quiz set up for each week, and these are called items, and this is a category. We have a category week 1, which has 2 items in it, week 1 discussion and week 1 Dropbox. We'll come back to that in a minute. Let's go ahead into our default settings, which takes us to the settings start page. Notice on that start page we have 3 tabs. We notice that under each tab are lots of details that we can default to. Now you'll see checked and unchecked boxes. I won't explain to you what each box means because there's a question mark there that will explain that. But I will show you the settings that I put in there just for your benefit if you want to start out that way and then change them later. Notice in the bottom of the start page is the default start tab that I wanted. I could have chosen any of these other tabs, but I went with Manage Grades. So I've saved that. Let's go to the next tab, which is up here, the center tab. You'll see that there are more default settings there. And again, these are basic defaults that are already set up in your computer. And then we have a last tab that I will click on for just a moment. And I always like to use numerical scores for my grades, so I have points clicked here instead of a formula. I also have calculated final grade. Okay, at this point we have basically set up our default settings. Let's go back to the gradebook, and we are going to show you for just a moment very briefly how to create these categories here and these items here. So let's assume you had an empty gradebook and you wanted to create a quiz grade category. We come up here to the blue box, we click category, we type in. Now I always go with capitals for my categories. Okay, and that's about it. We have basically created a category. There's other settings there that you can choose if you like. I'm going to hit save and close. It takes me back to my gradebook, and that category will be added to the very bottom of the gradebook. Quiz grade category. Now let's create an item to put in there. Back to the blue box that says new, and this is going to be a graded item. It's going to be a numerically scored item. We're going to call it quiz week 1 quiz item. Very important to put that item in the applicable category, and we want it to be in the quiz grade category. So this is the most important box probably to be aware of. Moving on down, we're going to give it 10 points maximum, and you can see there's other areas there that we can check as well for default. And now if we go down to the bottom of our grade center, click on quiz grade category, and you can see the item that we just added.